One of the new features in WorldMap is a search tool that's on the top of every page. You can just start typing the term you're looking for, and it'll auto-populate. It's going to bring back maps or layers or documents, and you can scroll down through those things up here, or you can hit your carriage return, enter key, get back a list here with thumbnails, sorted by popularity, that is the number of times things have been viewed. I can use text search here. Oil brings me back a list here, also brings me back the list on the right. I can click on any of these layers and go into the layer details page. From here I can load that layer to a map, and I could then save the map if I'm logged in. I can also search for maps, which are collections of layers. Here we see there are 5,900 map collections in the system. Again, we can click on the map, Japan map in this case, and we go into the map details page. So this is a details page, information about this map collection. It lists all the layers that are in the map. And that's an overview of map and layer search in WorldMap, at least for local layers. Now let's take a look at an additional search tool, which is inside the map. So we're going to create a new map, and we could do this from inside any existing map as well. We could have done this from inside Japan map. And we're going to come up here. I've just created a blank template. Click Add Layers, and a search tool comes back which displays a coarse heat map of all the bounding boxes for all the layers that the system knows about. Over here on the right we have a list of just the very first layers out of 105,000 layers. Now, when we were looking at local layer search previously, we saw that there was some 20-some thousand layers. Those are local. Those are layers which are stored in WorldMap. The other 80,000 layers are remote service layers. There are two types of remote service layers. There are WMS layers and there are Esri REST layers. And as you can see, there are several ways to query the system. You can search by keyword, source, which is the URL of the server, the remote server. You can search by time, by dragging a time bar, and you can drag a map and zoom a map to refine your search by space. Whatever you do search-wise, the system will attempt to bring back the most relevant layers on the right, and it will also attempt to give you a preview of that layer by caching the current view and displaying it. Okay, so these are all remote service layers. We can, if we see something we like, we can just click on it. We can add it to a map. So now we've just added a couple layers. And we could at this point save our map. And that's a very quick overview of map and layer search in WorldMap.